Hello everyone, Jay Gal here, coming to you with a video. It's going to be a gameplay that I played last night. I'm really happy with it. We played this team earlier and they really took it to us. I think we lost, like, it was 3-1, but they really outplayed us. But in this one we managed to come back and, well, you'll see if you watch the gameplay. Anyway, this video is going to be about my hopes for NHL 14, what I like so far that I've seen that they've released about NHL 14, and the likes from what I've seen on the Xbox One, and the dislikes of what I've seen so far on the Xbox One. So start with hopes for NHL 14. Always, every year I hear people saying, "Oh, we need to get all the legit goalie masks in. We need all those goalie masks." And okay, yeah, that would be cool, but the story is they can't get all the rights. I don't know if that's true, if they're just too lazy, they just don't want to, whatever. I could care less. What I would like to see with goalie masks is a mask template. With every other piece of goalie equipment, you have a template. You can change the colors of whatever you want. I feel like it should just be Zone 1, Zone 2, where every zone, they give you a template of a mask, and every zone is you can choose the color, right? Because they give you these default generic kind of masks, and they don't have, a lot of times they're not the right color of the team that you want, right? So you got to go to the team mask, and it's just not your own work, really. So what I would like to see is mask templates where you can change the colors. Another thing I would like to see in NHL 14 is new announcers. Again, I know it's probably not going to happen. I mean, the mask template thing, okay, it's possible, but it's been like 3 years and they haven't done it. So, you know, I'm kind of hopeless about it. But anyway, new announcers would be nice to hear, because these ones are just getting old. They're just, you know what they're going to say. You know, they say something new maybe once every 5 games. I don't know. It's just, they're getting old. So I think we need something new. I'd love to see Pierre Maguire in there. That'd be pretty funny. As you can see, my guy's name in EA Sports Hockey League here is Pierre Maguire. But yeah, that probably won't happen anyways. And smarter AI. I know they really said they were amping up the AI, but I really did not see a difference in EA Sports Hockey League. And I know it's a lot about where you call for passes, how you do it, but when you're up the boards and you call for a pass, and the other team is kind of on the boards, right? I mean, yeah, it's maybe not the smartest place to call for it, but with a little bit more power on that pass, that computer could get that puck to you pretty easily. And they just throw weak passes to you every time. I feel like you should at least be able to hold down your calls to make the computers charge up your passes. Like, if you can, why can't they, right? So that's something else I'd like to see. Anyway, that's about all for my hopes. I mean, I guess I kind of hope that they amp up the true performance skating, because it wasn't super realistic, and I'll get into kind of my likes, which are also some of my hopes, because, you know, they've already released some information. Anyway, into the likes now. What I like that I've seen so far is the Enforcer engine, for one. I haven't really seen much about it, but from what they've released, it sounds really cool. I mean, they haven't released much at all, but you know, I feel like it's about time we get some Enforcer, because that's a big part of the game that they're totally missing. A big hit can change the momentum of the game totally. And, you know, one of your star players gets hit. You need someone in there to take that guy on, to take on the guy that hit him, you know, no matter what. So that's something I would really like to see, is something like that, where your star player gets hit, someone will go in and take on the guy that hit him. What I like, again, is better physics, which they've announced already in their first trailer. It was the better physics, and I can't remember if there was anything else in there, but yeah, better physics would be great, because as you'll see, I'm sure in this gameplay, some of the hits are just either they come in and it's just not even barely even touches the guy and he goes flying, or you come in with amazing speed and you just lay into the guy and he just kind of gets nudged a little bit. You know, it's just not realistic. So I look forward to seeing that. One-touch dekes. I watched the trailer for one-touch dekes, and that looked like it could be very interesting. Could be a great tool to use for like, you know, anyway, just moves to the net, that kind of stuff. It's pretty self-explanatory. Another thing that I would like to see, that I kind of forgot to touch on, is goalies. yeah, they did a good job of taking out the cross crease. But I mean, really, in an actual hockey game, if you're playing an actual hockey game and you come in, you got a 2-on-1, you get the pass across, and your guy gets a quick shot off, at least 8 or 9 times out of 10, you're going to score on that. But in NHL 14, you're seeing goalies diving across, making ridiculous saves way more often than it should happen. Way more often. Like, it's just ridiculous how much it happens in this game. So that's one thing I'd like to see, maybe bring back the cross crease a little bit, not to the extent that it was, but definitely more than it is, because right now the cross crease is totally ruled out. But if you have a 2-on-1 in the NHL, you see a 2-on-1, they're going for either a shot top short side or a cross crease every time, and most of the time they're going to score. So really, I mean, if you're looking to make a realistic game, then you got to bring the cross crease back a little bit, at least. I'm getting a little bit of lag here on my video. I'm hoping it's not going to be like that on the actual video once it's uploaded. But anyway, keep recording over it and see what happens. So there's the end of the first there. I think we were 0-0. I think we caught a quick one pretty early in the second. Yeah. So what are we at here? New fighting. They've announced that it's going to be third person, which is great. They've announced that there's going to be people in the back that will be live still, rather than just kind of skipping to a little mini game and it's done, right? Like, it's like, I'm getting a lot of lag here, and I'm really hoping this is not in the video. This is too bad. Oh well, I'll keep talking. Yeah, so third person fighting. Players in the back are still live, and they've also announced, I'm not 100% sure if this is truly confirmed by EA or not, I believe it is, but don't quote me on it, that they will be putting in all of, or at least some of, the Fight Night engine for fighting, which I feel would be really, really cool. I think, no, I don't pick up a goal here. But yeah, I feel like the Fight Night engine is really gonna make it better. Oh, here it is. There it is. Yeah, nice little goal there. Yeah, so the new fighting sounds pretty good. Live the Life, new Be a Pro. This is something that I feel like could be a game changer. I feel like Live the Life is going to make Be a Pro a playable game mode. I mean, I've played Be a Pro, and in 09, when it first came out, I played Be a Pro non-stop. It was my favorite game mode. It was awesome. And then, you know, they haven't really improved much about it. It's pretty much the same game that it was when it came out. Yeah, this is a kind of a funny hip check there. One for hip check, missed it, and hit another guy, got a penalty. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. The Be a Pro. It started out great, and then they just did not improve on it enough, or at all, really, that much. I mean, yeah, they put in simming and stuff, but it's still basically the same game mode with just a different way to play it, right? Like, nothing much has changed. But I feel like this Live the Life, I've heard that it's supposed to be more like 2K's, like NBA 2K's Be a Pro mode, which is an amazing game mode, by the way. I hate basketball personally. I hate watching it. I can't stand it. It's just not my sport. But I love that game. It's so well set up that anyone can love it. It's a tough game for me because I don't know basketball, but I still play it and I still enjoy it because it's just fun. The interviews, stuff like that just make it something different, right? So I really feel, I'm really anticipating the Live the Life for Be a Pro. So that's about all I got for likes. There was another thing that I was thinking about for hopes. I can't remember. Oh, for GM Connected, they gotta fix how slow it is. It's very slow loading and trading. Like, make it instant trades or something like that, right? Because it just sucks when you make a great trade and then you have like 10 games left that you have to play before you get that guy. Like, it just sucks, and you're like, I just want this guy so bad that he's gonna round out my team, but you don't have him for 10 games, right? Like, what if you're going into the playoffs? What if that's the one guy that's going to bring offense to your team that you need, and you don't have him for 10 games, and you miss the playoff by one game, right? Like, he could have been the difference, but you didn't get him for the 10 games that you had, right? Like, it's just, I feel like it should be as soon as the commissioner approves the trade, the trade should go through. It would take out a lot of confusion too, because it's like, have I traded this guy? Have I not traded this guy? You end up trading the same guy like 4 times. Like, it just doesn't work very well, and I feel like that's something they really need to fix. Other than that, NHL 13 has been a pretty good game mode. Pretty good game. I haven't had many complaints about it. You know, it's been a good game. It's definitely been a good game for sure. The introduction of true performance skating has been really good, and overall, I'm just excited for E3 to see what they come out with next. I think I score here. Yeah, I do. Nice little deke move there. 2-0. All right, so now let's move on to the Xbox One. Now, I'm going to start with the dislikes on this because, honestly, I'm a little concerned about it. I'm pretty sure I'm still going to get it, but I did not like how they presented at E3. Or, sorry, not at E3, at their reveal. Because I feel like they really could have done a better job. What I don't like about it is the reveal was terrible. Like, nothing wrong with the TV thing, right? Like, I feel like that's really cool. That's a really cool feature, but it really should not be your main feature in a reveal when you're releasing a gaming console. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, why would you focus on TV and that stuff when you're releasing a console for people to play video games on? People don't want to turn on their Xbox so they can watch TV. People want to turn on their Xbox so they can play a video game. It just didn't make sense to me. I still think it's really cool that you can do that. Like, you can just say watch TV and it'll switch right to your TV. You don't have to change inputs. You don't have to do any of that shit. But I just don't feel it's the right move by EA to do that. Like, it just didn't make sense. It looks pretty nice, though. I got to give them credit. The box does look nice. I mean, yeah, it's big, but I mean, they need to leave room to make a slim one later on and down the road, right? So that they can make more money off of people, which is whatever for me, right? Like, it doesn't really matter as long as the first one looks nice and it's working for me. I'm gonna keep using it. Like, I'm not worried about looks or anything like that, or getting the newest version of that console. Oh, there was a nice goal there early in the third. Yeah. Anyway, so that was one thing I really didn't like about it. That was one thing that some people really didn't like about it, that I was just kind of like, whatever. Like, it's bigger, so what? You're gonna put it on your floor. You don't have to move it anywhere. You don't have to. You know, it's not a big deal for me. What else? The used game fee. I understand why they put it in, but I feel like they could have approached this way better. Now, why they put it in, and for anyone who doesn't know, is because you have to install every game onto your hard drive to play it. Like, and you don't even need the disc after you've installed it. Once you've installed it, the disc is irrelevant. You just play it right off the hard drive, which I feel is cool. It's great. You know, it takes out discs. We don't really, you don't have to have all your discs in a specific area. You can just kind of throw them wherever, and you got your games on your hard drive. You don't have to worry about scratching the disc, So it could even save us money in the long run, because I know I have personally scratched discs and had to go buy a new game because of it. But what I don't like is that because of this, they had to put a fee on, because people could just go and install games onto their hard drive. Like, they could just take their friend's game, install it onto their hard drive, and play it as if it's their own. And I feel like, and I mean, it's most likely going to be full retail price, because then you get people that will be like, hey, all right, you buy this one and you give it to me, and then I'll pay the $30 or whatever it costs to install it, right? And then it's like, well, that doesn't work either. So I'm guessing it's going to be full price to install these games, which sucks for people who rent games, or people who get games off of GameFly or those kinds of sites and stuff like that, because you have to pay for the rental first of all, and then you're going to have to pay full price to play it. Like, it's not going to work. You're just going to go out and buy the game anyways. So you're just going to have to go out and buy the game. So what I think they should have done, personally, is they should have made it so that you have one install on the disc, so you can install the game and play it off your hard drive, but you can also play it off the disc. And then there's the no, that doesn't even make sense either. But then you get people who install it and then give the disc away. It's just not an easy situation to deal with. Yeah, so I really don't know how I would personally fix that, but you know, we'll see what happens when it comes out. I'm really excited for E3 to see what they release gaming-wise, because I feel like everyone's on the Sony bandwagon right now. I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon yet. I got nothing wrong with PlayStation. Don't get me wrong. I'm not all about like, oh, it's Xbox or nothing. You know, I prefer Xbox personally, but if you prefer PS3, that's fine with me. If you prefer PlayStation, that's your own personal opinion, right? It doesn't matter to me. I don't look at you any differently because you like PlayStation. So right now everyone's jumping on that PlayStation bandwagon, but I feel once E3 comes out, once E3's done, there's going to be more people jumping back onto Xbox, because I think they got some stuff up their sleeves there for the gaming side of things. Everyone's jumping on the PlayStation bandwagon because Xbox's reveal sucked. That's just their reveal, right? They released what they thought they wanted to release, what they thought was the best information to release, and in the end it didn't work out. So maybe after seeing how bad their reveal was, after seeing how bad the reviews were, after seeing all that, E3 they're going to really come out as hard with the gaming side of the console. So I'm hoping that's what happens, and I look forward to it. I think it's on June 11th or something. I'll definitely be, or I don't know if it's on June 10th or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm off school June 11th, so I'm ready for it all. Yeah, so this one's coming to an end. Sorry for not uploading any videos recently. I've been really busy with school, work, and golfing, so it's been a little bit crazy of a week, but I'm hoping to get back on my schedule of one every other day. So it's been a nice long video, almost 20 minutes now. So I think right about at the end of this, it's time to end it. But thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't, and if you liked it. If you didn't, then write a comment telling me I fucking suck or something. I don't know. I don't give a shit. Anyway, thanks for watching, and oh, there's a nice icing. Well, I'll leave you with the rest of this 2 seconds of gameplay, and have a good day.